All right, let's go. The first 3 months of 2025 are in the books. Great first quarter, everyone. Waking up this morning hurt almost as bad as the time I was trying to get home, but forgot I was wearing my dumpster magnet hat. After checking my portfolio this morning, I now know what the hibachi chef sees before flipping me a piece of the sweet and sour shrimp. On a day like this, you have to get extra prepared to respond to all the libtarded trolls down in the comment section. Everyone is focused on the negative side of the reciprocal tariffs, but in reality, Trump has been trying to call attention to this problem for over 30 years.
We let Japan come in and dump everything right into our markets and everything. It's not free trade. If you ever go to Japan right now and try to sell something, forget about it, Oprah. Just forget about it. It's almost impossible. They don't have laws against it. They just make it impossible. They come over here, they sell their cars, their VCRs, they knock the hell out of our companies. And hey, I have tremendous respect for the Japanese people. I mean, you can respect somebody that's beating the hell out of you, but they are beating the hell out of this country. Kuwait, they live like kings. The poorest person in Kuwait, they live like kings. And yet they're not paying. We make it possible for them to sell their oil. Why aren't they paying us 25% of what they're making? It's a joke.
Of course, when he brought out the tariff menu, it looked like me reviewing the signature cocktail list, knowing full well I'm only going to order an old-fashioned. So things seem to be getting crazier by the day. Cory Booker spoke for 25 straight hours about nothing, and the Democratic Party is praising him. Personally, I'm not sure why, because when the homeless guy does the exact same thing in front of the grocery store, no one seems to like it.
Drugs and alcohol have ruined my life.
He was up there for so long without even going to the bathroom that Apple even created the Cory Booker emoji. Let's be honest though, Cory, if talking for 25 straight hours accomplished anything, there is no doubt that women would rule the world. So look, some people raised the bar, some people failed the bar, some people worked at a bar, some people live at the bar, some people can't spell bar, and some people should be behind bars. If this offends you, you should probably go home. Congratulations to Jasmine Crockett on her much-deserved award.
I am formally making my proclamation, exclamation. I will no longer be associating with any white males of any kind.
Perfect. Your terms are acceptable to us. And can someone check in on Joy Reid?
When thinking about fear, look fear straight in the eye, and it will disappear.
Check this out. Ripple integrates RLUSD stablecoin into cross-border payment system. This article is linked below, but to summarize, it says that Ripple has integrated its RLUSD stablecoin into its cross-border payment system, Ripple Payments, as demand surpasses expectations. It goes on to say that since RLUSD launched in December 2024 with NYDFS approval, RLUSD's market cap hit $244 million, growing 87% in a month. The client list includes BKK Forex and iSend, and now we see Kraken has also just added support for RLUSD. We see this from eGrag Crypto. Is XRP breaking down the blue channel or completing the right shoulder of this head and shoulders pattern? Looking at the key levels to watch, eGrag says we should not close a daily candle below $2. If this occurs, we might see a fair value gap that could serve as a temporary wick, but should ideally rebound quickly. And we'll take a look at more of the target price levels here in just a minute, but first, let's take a look at some other top headlines.
And now we're going to pass the largest tax cuts in American history, and we will not cut Social Security, Medicare, or Medicaid benefit.
Pfizer finally admits what we already knew about the COVID vaccine. The US government is set to reveal its Bitcoin and crypto holdings on April 5th. Jasmine Crockett says the quiet part out loud.
When I first became a public defender, I had no criminal defense experience. And I walked in and I told my boss, Charlie, I said, listen, you should hire me. He said, why? I said, because I'm black.
SEC Chair nominee Paul Atkins has been voted through the Senate Banking Committee. Next up in the process, his nomination will move to the full Senate for a vote. Does anyone else find it funny that 99% of fascist accusers don't actually know what the word means?
No, you came voluntarily. Did I ask you to come? No, don't shout at me. I'm defending fascism. No, I'm exposing you as a fascist. See, the problem is sometimes you get speakers like me who are not scared of people like you. Ultimately, you are afraid of ideas. You're not willing to engage with me. Yes, you're afraid of ideas. You're not afraid of fascists. You think I pose a threat to you? I'm an immigrant. I came to America with nothing. What threat do I pose to you?
You promoted dangerous, violent ideas that kill millions of people.
I propose dangerous, violent ideas that kill people? Who have I killed? Do you realize that Hitler's deadly opponent was capitalism? The fascist ideology is one that is distinctly on the left. And the idea that the fascists are right-wing because they support racial superiority? Wait a minute. The guy who showed the Ku Klux Klan movie in the White House was Woodrow Wilson, a progressive Democrat. So progressivism was married to racism at the hip. So don't pretend it was a right-wing phenomenon. It wasn't.
Jim Banks of Indiana is quickly moving up my list of favorite senators.
Hi, I was a worker at HHS. I was fired illegally on February 14th. There are many people who are not getting social service programs, especially people with disabilities. Are you going to do anything to stop what's happening?
You probably deserved it.
I deserved it?
You probably deserved it.
I deserved it. Wow. Yeah, that's great to hear. Why did I deserve it?
Because you seem like a clown.
And be careful out there. My neighbor accidentally left 2 Snow White tickets in his car, and someone broke in and left 4 more. All right, let's take a look at all the updated price action. Let's start right here as we take a look at XRP on the monthly time frame. Of course, we just had the March close, and as long as XRP does not close below $1.99 on the monthly close, you should expect another massive move up. That being said, there are some warning signs that we need to pay attention to when looking at the macro view. If the SRSI does not stay above this 80 level, which is this dotted red line here, this would add bearish momentum on the macro. That's not to say that a big move still won't come, because when you look back at the 2017-2018 parabolic move, both the RSI and SRSI in 2017-2018 created a bearish divergence, but still created massive moves to the upside. Ideally, we would like to see some better confirmations and for XRP to break this $3.37 level, but if we can break above this level, you should definitely expect the $4 to $5 region to get hit. If XRP continues to fall further, I will be a buyer if it drops into this orange fib retracement box between $1.11 and $1.60. If we take a look over here at Bitcoin, when we look at this on a weekly scale, we are still within this potential descending broadening wedge pattern, which does typically break to the upside. But if we pay attention to the shorter time frame, looking at the daily chart, we see both RSI and SRSI have potential hidden bearish divergences. If the SRSI closes and stays below this 80 level, you should expect this orange box, which sits between 74,000 and 78,000, to get hit. This would also be a good spot to add more or DCA. So you know I'll be watching and I'll keep you updated with any new information. When things aren't going well, try to remember, it's important to note that the numbers don't lie and they're actually quite startling. Things may not look so good right now and a harsh reality is coming for a few. Just be thankful that you're not the janitor on duty after Cory Booker finally stopped talking. And if you have a couple more minutes, you may also like this video right here, proof that everyone has been wrong about XRP. Until the next time, be safe.